Here we go, diving into the 2026 Rondo Award winners. We have Chai Star G dropping a let's go in the comments section as we open here tonight. It says right there for a press release for immediate for immediate release. Here are the Rondo Award 2026 winners for all the many, many categories of Rondo Awards. Okay, so I want to say before I get to the Rondos, let me pick up where I left off. Had Rondo had a photography category, then possibly Nicole, let's say, spoilers. Mr. C Dives In did not win a Rondo. Additional spoilers. Fanboy Cantina did not win a Rondo. But you never know what may be in the future. But who could have possibly won if they would add in a photography category of mashups with Barbie? Again, the new release from Nicole Huff, Barbie versus Mecha Godzilla. Again, we just did a 6-minute review of this piece here just a few days ago before Mother's Day. I just wanted to include that. This is Rondo Award worthy. If such a category existed, maybe in the future the category will exist. Let's go. Let's see. Says here, for those who don't know in YouTube land. So what are the Rondos? That is a perfect question. It's as though you're sitting right here next to me wearing a diver helmet, Chai Star, let me tell you. So these are the Horror Community Awards. And again, I was connecting the dots, slow to connect the dots. A light bulb went off maybe 2 live streams ago. So the 2 co-leads, the co-founders of the awards. And then I'm like, wait a minute, Carrie Gamble is one of them? I know that name, besides being a regular comic artist. You can check him out on Instagram. You can check him out where have you. But right here, this magnificent, which one did I have? The Dracula one came first. Then the Frankenstein one came. So these are hardcover graphic novels, reinterpretations of the literature, both essential reading around the way here. So then I'm like, oh, well, this guy's all in on the Rondo. So let me now go to share screen and shrink myself down in an Ant-Man like way, in the Incredible Shrinking Man kind of a way. And let me get to where I can navigate. Look at the award itself is the bust, which is the replication of the visage of Mr. Rondo Hatton himself. And again, to be honest, I've seen the one of them, but I haven't seen the other. And so I need to expand my horizons and get more on board. I have got some viewing homework to do. Very different than Universal. Very different than it's its own kind of a niche as far as the performances turned in by Rondo Hatton. Now, I would encourage people to go to rondoaward.com, and in a minute we'll flip over to the Wonderfest USA, which is in Louisville, Kentucky, which will be where the actual award ceremony will take place. Chai Star or anybody else, if you're dropping comments right now, I can't see them because I'm navigating. So I mentioned Carrie Gamble. Let me also mention David Colton. So they are the co-founders of the Rondo Awards. If you're going to come to Rondo Awards, you can go all the way back in the archives, back to the first time around in 2002 up to current. As the years continued on, they would expand the different categories for which people could vote. So right here, for immediate release, West Orange, New Jersey, some of the tightest races in the 24-year history of doing it. Ryan Coogler Sinners took the top film prize over Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Are you surprised? Did you think Frankenstein was going to win? Did you think Coogler had a lock on the top spot in the awards? Nearly 3,100 voters. My gosh. And let me tell you, they're still kicking it relatively old school. This is not a Google form that they have that's going to compile itself. They're like, hey, just either go with the online ballot as it is, or just give us the names of who you think should be the winners, the recipients of the awards. Anyway, I've said that's a lot of tabulation to do in the old school, old style kind of a way. A wide range of nominees. It says all the stuff up here, but I want to jump down a bit because then there's photos included. So that's a little bit more interesting. There are the actual awards on the table ready to go out for Memorial Day weekend. Again, we'll flip over later for that. Okay. Best film. So we're in 2026, but it's regarding the calendar year of 2025. Ryan Coogler's Sinners, runner-up Frankenstein. Honorable mentions go to Weapons, and how would I even say that? Begonia and Superman. Okay. Fantastic Four was in the running, but didn't make it as far as these other pictures that we just listed. Best TV presentation, Stranger Things season 5. I am not surprised. Runner-up Andor or not bad puns. Svengoolie like rubber chicken puns. Wednesday, as in Wednesday Addams, and then honorable mentions Aliens Earth. Now look at this here. Best Blu-ray. Do I have this in my inventory? I do not. Best Blu-ray was recognized as Curse of Frankenstein 1957 Hammer. If you want to catch a Dynamite review, a Hammer review, I have to say the right place to go is the Monsters That Made Us podcast. Invisible Dan and Monster Mike. Don't have to scroll too far back in their catalog. It's relatively recently that they've covered this. This Curse of Frankenstein movie. Anyway, runner-up was Night of the Living Dead. Honorable mentions go to Quatermass Experiment and Altered States. The United Kingdom has cornered the market on this category in this year, and that's that cheers to them. All right, now best Blu-ray collection, Dan Curtis Classic Monsters, and the runner-ups are Universal's Dracula, Frankenstein Mummy, Nightmare on Elm Street. Honorable mention goes to I won't even try to say it. Honorable mention, it's there. You can read it yourself. Number 5, best restoration or upgrade goes to Curse of Frankenstein 1957 is well represented here in the 2025 awards category. Runner-up, He Who Gets Slapped. Oh man, there's He Who Remains, but then there's He Who Gets Slapped. Look out. Okay. Number 6, best Blu-ray extras. Now, I would say the Blu-ray extras that are contained on Vampire Zombies from Space, which going back to January 20 was the release date for Vampire Zombies from Space on Amazon. Soon I must review here on my channel Vampire Zombies from Space, now that I can watch it at my own convenience with the Blu-ray. But don't let me distract or detract here from Jaws at 50. I don't want the shark coming after me. Runners up included Dan Curtis and The Beyond. And there you go, Jim Henson Storytellers. I tell you, as we say, there's so many forms for horror and so many spokes on the hub. That Jim Henson Storyteller was magnificent atmosphere and tone and puppetry. I need to go watch that again. All right, favorite commentator. Man, we got a lot of categories to go. Chystar, I should have twisted your arm to co-host with me more. I'm running out of breath. Let me take a sip of water here. Tom Weaver with runner-ups of Tim Lucas, Gary, and Steven. And then you got honorable mentions for Amanda Reyes, Gary Rhodes, plenty of other people in there. Best independent film, The Reign of Queen Janara. I'm not familiar with Queen Janara, but runner-ups, Good Boy, Ugly Stepsister, honorable mention of Dust Bunny, and Dangerous Animals. Okay. Best short film, number 9, slotting in, Screening After Midnight. Runner-up, Domestication of Vampires in Essex. Honorable mention goes to Occupant of the Room, and It Came From Beyond, and Bunny Man. Okay. Number 10, best documentary. Now this I am remiss. I must go out and see this immediately or next to immediately. Basil Gogo's King of the Monsters. Runner-ups, Vincent Price Legacy, and honorable mentions, George Romero's Resident Evil. 11, book of the year. So an actual book. Okay. Making Monsters, Inside Stories from the creators of Hollywood's most iconic Creatures, that sounds like a must read also. I better get the Bucket of Blood books, or I better get out to a brick and mortar bookstore and try to take care of picking up a copy of this. Runner up, Confessions of Brian De Palma. Honorable mention, Cinema Bizarro. There's a whole lot of honorable mentions there. You go. I see Willis O'Brien in there. Okay, lots of categories. Trying to keep a pace. Number 12, best book on Godzilla's 70th anniversary. A very specific but broad sweeping category. Godzilla first 70 years. Look at these guys, Steven and Ed. Good work. I raise my glass to you, gentlemen. Good work. Runner up, Kong versus Godzilla. Well, it is a Godzilla specific category. Honorable mention to Luminous Fairies and Mothra. All this stuff sounds good. All this stuff. Number 13, Lucky Unlucky 13, best classic monster fiction. Dracula Never Dies, Volume 2. Okay. And then we got runners up there. Becoming Nosferatu. Honorable mention deals with the devil. A lot of stuff. Okay. Best magazine, Modern Fangoria. Hats off to you, Fangoria, for sticking around and taking the cake. Best magazine, Classic, goes to Classic Monsters of the Movies. Again, there's runners up and honorable mentions. Best article. Sounds like something Terror Dave has. I should know what Dave's Rondo he won for was back in the day, but says here, number 15, best article is Horror Political. Glad you asked, by Catherine Corcoran. Have not read that yet. I'm sure it's noteworthy. Again, plenty of honorable mentions and runners up. Best interview. There you go. Del Toro, interviewed by Michael Gingold in Fangoria number 29. Best column, Scene Queen by Barbara Crampton. Fangoria is just running the table here. Best cover. Well, this is a very good looking cover. Little Shop of Horrors number 52. And let's keep the drive alive here. Best website, Monster Kid Central. Best podcast, Monster Party. Runners up, Terror at Collinwood. Honorable mention, Harryhausen podcast, and The Monsters That Made Us. Salute to the monsters. And now here we go. We're in the thick of it. Svengoolie, best horror host, as the cartoon image that I have selected for the thumbnail indicates. Sven continues to rack up rondos. Joe Bob, Elvira were runners up. And I just saw my first few clips of Penny Dreadful as she did that mashup with Dr. Gangrene. I really want to salute Dr. Gangrene. If not for him, I might have not been savvy to see the Lon Chaney Jr. movie where he's the supporting cast player. The Defiant Ones, the two leads are Tony Curtis and Sidney Poitier. Anyway, shout out to Dr. Gangrene, a good guy. All right, best event, Elsa Lanchester. I can't remember the right way. Okay, Bride at Rest. Grave gets new burial plaque. Okay, hey, great, cool. 23, best graphic novel or collection, Robot Monster comics in 3D. Runner-up was London After Midnight. Individual writer of the year is Sam Irvin. Probably should familiarize myself with what Sam's doing. Artist of the year, Mark Maddox. All right, photo artist, according to me, could be Nicole Hoff, but I'm not trying to take away from the accomplishment of Mark Maddox. Fan artist of the year, Lee Goat Boy. Man, Goat Boy, what a nickname that is. All right, monster kid of the year, John Gore. And the David J. Skull Research Award to Anthony McKay. All this is kind of inspiration. Special recognition award to Universal Studios Dark Universe Theme Park. Oh, we're not even done. Monster Kid Hall of Fame new inductee Dan Roebuck and Ben Omhart. Dr. Jeff Thompson. Will I ever be inducted? I don't know. I think I got to work a little bit more to be worthy. We're not worthy. Lawrence J. Liff, maker of scary stuff, but what a thing to have on your business card. And here we have Lisa and Chris Herzog for familiar figures at conventions. Terry and Anita Pace, Forrest and Alexander. Okay, all right. And that's it for Rondo for the 24th Rondos. Let me come back over. Oh my gosh. Let me catch up on the comments. Let me scroll back up. Oh, Mandarin. I'm so glad you're here, Mandarin. Let me clown around now. Okay. Mandarin, good to have you. I hope some of what I'm saying is entertainment worthy for you. I think Mandarin should win for most mysterious consumer of content. Chai Star said, yep, doing a great. Well, I did a decent job. I did some. I wonder which one, man. Mandarin, if you're still here, which one did look like your wife? But I don't know if I'd really buy into that because you remain the Mandarin of mystery. All right, then we got Chai Star and Mandarin palling around back and forth. That's all right. I'm seeing the comments now. We're catching all up here. It's we got Jim Campbell with the Yabba Dabba Doo. Banana Boy. All right. Anyway. You, all right, monkeys don't get cramps. Monkeys always eat bananas. All right, that sounds good to me. And now it says here, Mr. C has a lot to scroll and read. Yeah, okay, we got through it. It's a beautiful thing. Good to have Jim Campbell coming through. Good to have Chai Star coming through. Let me see if I can sharing to this tab. There was a time where I could flip anyway. So let me just do stop sharing. Let me come back around to the main screen. Hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out on a school night here. That's quite a lot of reading that I rambled through. Let me come back to who has been to this event here that is in the Louisville, Kentucky. I have not, but is Wonderfest. Let's get them up here. And then let me again jump back to where I can navigate. What am I doing? Here, let me put me over there. Let me get the comment out of my way. Hey, talking head down here in the corner. All right, coming back. Wonderfest, 16 days away in Louisville, Kentucky. Roughly 5 or 6 hours from the great Windy City here. Roughly 5 or 6 hours from beautiful Berwyn. Meet the guests. All right, so I am honestly not familiar with these guests, but that's okay. We're here again not to be experts, but to increase our knowledge base. There you go, Dr. Gangrene. There you go, somebody I recognize. Okay, so Victoria Price from the Vincent Price family. Man, I don't think I'm making it over Memorial Day weekend, but this looks kind of cool. But home, upcoming show, tickets, hotel, meet the guests, weekend schedule. I guess let's take a look at that. Daily events. All right, exhibitors, admissions. Now I'm starting to regret that I'm not going to make it there, but this would be a pretty fun one. Let's see what else. Programming. Amazing. Oh, model contest. All right, what's all that about? All right, senior division. You got all kinds of fun activities over here as the awards are being given out. Let me come back. Stop sharing. Here we go. Anime Fest is that weekend in Rosemont. The horror of conflicting conventions, I tell you. The horror of the conflicting conventions. Mandarin, if you're still here, who are you saying looked like your wife, man? But again, I don't know if, and it's okay if you give us a fake out answer because we've been conditioned to accept the ways of the mysterious Mandarin. Yeah. So coming around soon. What else will I have cooking in the kitchen over here? All right. No, I can actually reach it. I can actually reach it. Soon. Scott. I'll have to get Scott's artwork back up in the back, but here's Death, My Life and Love from, he doesn't even, come on, guy, you got to put your name on your stuff. Scott, I'm going to have to attach his name. Anyway, we've been trying to wait for the right time for Scott to come around and speak on his art and his new release book. So Scott will be coming soon, and definitely we'll be having some other Svengoolie conversation and Sven talk coming through here. I do encourage people to check out the Graveyard Club podcast, not an honorable mention, not a nominee, perhaps a future Rondo Award winner, the Graveyard Club podcast. I guessed over there a little bit from time to time. We had just done, they're on a zombie theme right now. Mr. C, Mr. Chicken. I'll take it. Anyway, Graveyard Club podcast, good stuff. Talking about White Zombie with Bela Lugosi most recently, and currently cooking through some more zombie pictures. As I'm approaching a 20-minute mark here, I might give my thanks to Jim Campbell and Chai Star G and the Mysterious Mandarin for coming by for a middle of the week mid-ish week live stream. As I said, we'll be back. When's the next live stream? We'll be back around soon again. I'm closing us out. Thanks, everybody. Congrats to all the top winners of the Rondo. Congrats to the runner-ups. Congrats to the honorable mentions. I should have had... Oh, here we go. It's not too far. It's right here in the laundry. There you go. The monsters that made us. Invisible Dan, Monster Mike. Do check out their podcast. Maybe they'll put it on their business card now. Rondo honorable mention. See you soon, everybody. Thanks, and we are out.